Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition for tonight headlines. So we have a big ceremony in support of the President of the Republic at the People's Palace by the Minister of Communication and Postal Communication. For that national scene in Mozambique, floods brings crocodile into the city. Welcome to our newsroom. The Ministry of Communication in charge of postal communication organized a major support ceremony for the President of the Republic at the People's Palace as part of the preparation for the presidential election scheduled for next April. This political and institutional mobilization embodied renewed commitment and confidence in the head of state. The ceremony was attended by senior state officials, including Prime Minister Abdulkadir Kamil Mohammed, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Dileita Mohammed Dileita, as well as members of the government and the Director General of the Djiboutian Radio Television, Mr. Adan Abdi Jama, and the Djibouti Telecom CEO, Mr. Mohammed Assowe Bouha. Employees from the Ministry of Communication, Djibouti Telecom, Djibouti Post, and National Printing House, as well as representatives of the Horn Company, also took part in the gathering. They attended in large numbers to express their support for the President of the Republic as the presidential elections draw near. The ceremony featured artistic performance and songs presented by various groups expressing their support for the head of state. The speeches highlighted the President's leadership and achievement in key sectors of national development, particularly in the field of telecommunication and postal services. This support ceremony is part of a commitment of institutions, employees, and managers in the telecommunication sector to support the President of the Republic in continuing to serve the nation as the presidential election approach in April.
سياسات بالقشيو كلا يصلق دحليو شيشيو وكردية دالكاني وحبك ما قوران دالكاني وحبك ما قوران
ديوان كفرنيو دادا الكهير قالي انت عبكا هاي يبدو فيني كرا dareenkii abwaanka iyo ducaadiisii yahay allow daxda toosan iyo dariiqa khayrka leh ku mari dhacdo waa lagu aqbalay dhacdo daayi waa aqbalay alla ducaysanow dhanka siira dadihii bulshadu dhanka siira dulqaadsamow dhanka siira andhafna dunidee dhanka siira alla ducaysanow dhanka siira dadihii bulshadu dhanka siira dulqaadsamow dhanka siira andhafna dunidee dhanka siira dareenkii abwaanka iyo ducaadiisii yahay allow daxda toosan iyo dariiqa khayrka leh ku mari dhacdo waa lagu aqbalay dhacdo daayi waa aqbalay alla ducaysanow dhanka siira dadihii bulshadu dhanka siira dulqaadsamow dhanka siira andhafna dunidee dhanka siira alla ducaysanow dhanka siira dadihii bulshadu dhanka siira dulqaadsamow dhanka siira andhafna dunidee dhanka siira
For his part, the Minister of Communication in charge of Post Telecommunication, Radwan Abdullahi Bahdon, has indicated that he expressed his pride and honor in conveying the voice of the women and men working within his ministerial department in support of the President of the Republic, the President's leadership and achievement in key sectors of national development, particularly in the field of telecommunication and postal services. This support ceremony is part of the commitment of institutions, employees and managers in the telecommunication sector to support the President of the Republic in continuing to serve the nations as the presidential election approach in April. For his part, the Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, praised the large turnout witnessed today at the People's Palace, demonstrating a steadfast support for the head of state, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh.
Chers professionnels de la communication,
First of all, allow me to read a brief message from the President of the Republic as a gesture of gratitude for your day of support of our candidate in the upcoming presidential election. My dear citizens, allow me first and foremost to commend the strong mobilization we are witnessing in this high place of institutional life that is the People's Palace. This large, disciplined and responsible presence reflects both the strategic importance of your sector and the civic maturity with which you have chosen to express your commitment. This day is neither a simple gathering nor an isolated symbolic act. It is the expression of a thoughtful endorsement carried by women and men who, on a daily basis, shape the public space, connect territories, support the economy, and accompany the digital transformation of our country. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your work, for coming to sing and proudly display your convictions. Yes, thank you for your dedication. You do this out of pure conviction, out of love for this country, and out of deep attachment to our ideas, and that is the most beautiful gift a candidate can receive. So numerous, so committed, and with the conviction and strength you have shown today, we are ready for your victory.
In the second part of his speech, the Prime Minister, His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, emphasized that the government fully recognizes the vital role of the media and telecommunication sectors in strengthening stability and sustainable development.
Grand honneur que je me tiens à vos côtés à l'occasion.
As for myself, it is with great honor that I stand by your side on the occasion of this beautiful and vibrant demonstration of support organized by personnel of the communication, postal services and telecommunications sector in honor of the President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, our distinguished candidate in the upcoming presidential election. If the professionals of communication, postal services and telecommunications took the initiative to organize this show of support, it is because they are direct witness to the profound transformations undertaken under the leadership of President Ismail Omar Guelleh. They know better than anyone how political stability, social peace, and the continuity of public action are essential conditions for the development of their professions and for the future of the nation. For more than 2 decades, Djibouti has managed to maintain a clear course, that of institutional stability, controlled openness, and progressive modernization. Throughout this journey, the sector you represent has occupied a central place, strengthened telecommunications infrastructures, modernized postal services, and professionalized media in an engaged digital transition. These advances are not the result of chance, but of a vision, consistency, and a collective commitment. The choice of President Ismail Omar Guelleh as candidate for the April 2026 presidential elections falls within the logic of responsible continuity. It reflects the choice of experience, stability, and the ability to anticipate regional and international challenges in an uncertain and volatile global context. By expressing your support in such large numbers today, you are undeniably affirming your own commitment. You are affirming your firm determination to carry out your missions with professionalism, ethics, and a sense of the general interest. You clearly remind us that information, connectivity, and public service are essential levers of national cohesion and sustainable development. Dear professionals of communication, postal services, and telecommunications, the government fully recognizes the responsibility entrusted to it to pursue reforms, support strategic sectors, and create the conditions for inclusive growth driven by innovation and human capital. In this regard, the communication, postal services, and telecommunications sector will continue to receive special attention, and it constitutes one of the foundation of national sovereignty, institutional transparency, and Djibouti's integration into the global economy. The strength of a nation lies in its ability to unite its energies around what truly matters. By mobilizing today, you clearly demonstrate a strong sense of civic responsibility and democratic maturity. On behalf of the government, I salute this initiative. I measure its significance, and I see it in a clear message, that of a strategic sector choosing stability, continuity, and confidence in the future. I thank you for your commitment, your sense of duty, and your constant contribution to the development and influence of the Republic of Djibouti. Long live the Republic of Djibouti. Long live national unity. Long live candidate EOG.
And now we follow this report highlighting the major achievement accomplished under the leadership of the President, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh.
For a quarter of a century, the Republic of Djibouti has undergone a profound strategical transformation under the leadership of President Ismail Omar Guelleh. From the moment he assumed office in 1999, the head of state articulated a clear geostrategic vision to capitalize on the country's unique geographic position in order to build an indispensable technological and logistical hub. This political determination transformed what was once a simple maritime stopover into a leading service platform connecting continents and the network of the future. A quarter of a century ago, Djibouti's economic landscape was marked by stagnation, revolving around a single port and an embryonic banking system. Under the impetus of the head of state, what was then small coastal nation has evolved into a true laboratory of accelerated development. Between bold infrastructure development and financial diversification, this is the story of a multi-sectoral metamorphosis that has redefined the contours of Djibouti's future. It all began with a foundational act, the States General of Education on December 2, 1999. For President Guelleh, development cannot be achieved without strong human capital. The 2000 Framework Law established free and compulsory basic education for children aged 6 to 16. The figures illustrate the scale of this undertaking. Access, construction of neighborhood schools, even in the most remote areas. Enrollment, more than 150,000 students and 6,000 teachers in basic education. Decentralization, creation of a high school in each regional capital to curb migration towards the capital city. Before the year 2000, the baccalaureate often marked the end of the academic journey for young people who could not afford to study abroad. The creation of the University Center in 2000, later becoming the University of Djibouti in 2011, broke this glass ceiling. By 2018, the university already hosted 10,000 students and expanded to include centers of excellence in transport and logistics. Under the leadership of the First Lady, Khadra Mahmoud Haid, the President of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, women's empowerment became a national priority. National gender strategies and integration policies enabled women to access the highest decision-making spheres while simultaneously combating illiteracy and violence. In the 1990s, Djibouti suffered from a severe shortage of physicians. The response was structural, the opening of the Faculty of Medicine in 2007. Today, the country trains its own specialists, directly improving the doctor-to-population ratio. Healthcare services were decentralized through state-of-the-art infrastructure. Arta Hospital, 2012, a pioneer of specialized healthcare in the regions. Ali Sabih Hospital, 2016, 117 beds serving the needs of the southern regions. Tajarrah Hospital, 2024, a product of Sino-Djiboutian cooperation, featuring a maternity ward meeting international standards. Al-Shifa Hospital, 2025, financed by the National Social Security Fund. This 32 square meters complex can treat over 500 patients per day. The launch in August 2025 of the first dialysis center in Tajarrah, funded by the Saad Omar Guelleh Foundation, symbolizes this pursuit of healthcare equity. Djibouti aims to become Africa's first nation powered entirely by renewable energy. Wind energy. The Ritzi Power Wind Farm near Lag Gubaid, 16 watts already, supplies clean energy to 38% of the population. Geothermal energy. Major projects at Lake Assal aim for energy self-sufficiency. Interconnection. The electrical interconnection with Ethiopia, 2011, ensures secure and affordable access to electricity. In the fight against poverty, the Ministry of Social Affairs deployed social safety nets such as National Family Solidarity Program and University Health Insurance. The National Agency for Persons with Disabilities, established in 2018, ensures the inclusion of people with disabilities. This constitutes a central pillar of Vision 2035. Over the past 20 years, the port landscape has been radically transformed. The Dorali Container Terminal, SGTD, operational since 2006, is the country's economic lifeline, managed by a 100% 100% Djiboutian team. It was equipped back in 2024 with new ultra-high performance gantry cranes. Alongside it, the Dorali Multi-Purpose Port DMP offers a draft of 16 meters, accommodating next-generation vessels. The Djibouti International Free Trade Zone, integrated in 2018, is the largest in Africa. In parallel, the Demerjok project focuses on heavy industry, refining gas, and shipbuilding, promising thousands of jobs. The Electric Djibouti Addis Ababa Railway, 2017, and the expansion of the International Airport, 2023, complete this logistics chain, reducing transport times and doubling passenger handling capacity. President Ghali understood early on that tomorrow's sovereignty would be digital. Today, Djibouti is a landing point for numerous international submarine cables. Cybersecurity in 2025, the country adopted its first digital code, 800 articles, and created the National Cybersecurity Authority. Technology, the integration of the TO7 network technology park in 2024 has attracted major global players such as Google. Space, the launch of the nano satellites Djibouti 1A and 1B 2023 and 2024 urged the country into the era of satellite-based climate data collection. Djibouti's geographic position has made it a strategic partner for France, the United States, Camp Lemonnier, China, and Japan. Beyond hosting military bases, President Ghali has established himself as the mediator of the Horn of Africa. Within IGAD, the African Union, and the Arab League, he has worked tirelessly for stability in Somalia, Sudan, and beyond. The crowning achievement of this diplomacy was the election of Mahmoud Ali Yusuf as chairperson of the African Union Commission in February 2025, a historic success for the nation. Between the towering buildings of the Red Sea World, business district built on the foundations of the former port, and the launch into orbit of its first national satellite, Djibouti has accomplished in just 20 years a revolution that nations usually measure in centuries. Under the visionary leadership of Ismail Omar Guelleh, the country has broken through its own boundaries. It is no longer merely a transit stop on maritime maps, but a sovereign destination, a regional economic powerhouse, and an indispensable diplomatic voice on the African chessboard. This rapid transformation bears witness to a successful transition from imposed geography to mastered geostrategy.
durba golaha midowga afrikiyo sow jabuuti guudka uma bixin soco hajeysane noo joog
geediga ha joojine noo joog jeeroona saage
ha ku jooga gaadhayno noo joog abageela noo joog nacabkeen ha jabe noo joog bulshada ku jecele noo joog
haweenka ku jecele noo joog ismaaciil cumar geelow noo joog
noo joog abageela noo joog nacabkeen ha jabe noo joog bulshada ku jecele noo joog
haweenka ku jecele noo joog ismaaciil cumar geelow noo joog
noo joog abageela noo joog.
The wives of members of the Djiboutian Armed Forces organized an evening in support of the President of the Republic, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, in his honors, under the slogan United for the Nation, Committed for the Future. The event brought together a large number of participants who came to express their commitment to the values of peace, stability, and national solidarity. The ceremony featured the performance of national anthem, a symbol of unity, patriotism, and attachment of the Republican values. In an atmosphere filled with national enthusiasm and cohesion, the organizers praised the President's leadership and the ongoing efforts made to strengthen the institutions of the Republic and modernize the Djiboutian armed forces. The speeches emphasized the pivotal role of military families in providing moral and social support to soldiers who represent the pillar of national security and sovereignty. Through this initiative, the wives of members of the armed forces reaffirmed their civic engagement and their commitment to actively contributing to building a stable and prosperous future for Djibouti. This evening carried a strong message of national unity, demonstrating the unwavering support of our military families for the President of the Republic and his visionary leadership. In her speech, Captain Medina Abakari Hassan, speaking on behalf of the wives of the National Army, expressed her gratitude to all attendees, noting that this event was organized to support His Excellency, the President of the Republic. She emphasized the pivotal role of military families in providing moral and social support to soldiers who represent the pillar of national security and sovereignty. Through this initiative, the wives of members of the armed forces reaffirmed their civic engagement and their commitment to actively contributing to building a stable and prosperous future for Djibouti. This evening carried a strong message of national unity, demonstrating the unwavering support of military families for the President of the Republic and his visionary leadership for the country. The joyful ceremony also included various cultural and artistic performances.
geediga horseedkiyo garabkii midnimaday
The national oil company of Djibouti officially inaugurated a new modern and technologically advanced fuel tanker track for supplying aircraft operating at Djibouti Humbli International Airport. The inauguration ceremony was held at the National Oil Company service stations within the airport premises. This new tanker strengthens the company's operational capacity to supply aircraft with fuel while meeting international standards for safety, performance, and environmental protection. It reflects the National Oil Company of Djibouti's commitment to continuously improving service quality and supporting the development of the national Djibouti to the development of the country's energy sector. Focused on innovation, infrastructure, modernization, and strengthening of local expertise. The ceremony was attended by the Chairman of Board of the Executive Officers of the National Oil Company of Djibouti, Mr. Tadesse Tilahun.
Before you today to mark a momentous occasion of the 10th anniversary of Nokia Djibouti service and the official handover of its brand new refiller truck. This milestone is not only a celebration of a decade of dedicated service, but also a testament to the enduring partnership between the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia and the Republic of Djibouti. Over the past 10 years, NOC Djibouti has played a vital role in the energy landscape of this region. You know, NOC is one of the largest and big investor in Ethiopia. At the same time here is repeating the same thing. NOC's presence has really created a meaningful employment opportunities, empowering local communities, and further strengthening the social economic fabrics of Ethiopia and Djibouti.
In his speech, the Director General of the National Oil Company stated that this achievement marks a new phase in the modernization of fuel supply.
It is a great pleasure and honor for me to share this special moment with you here all. I extend a warm welcome to the reception of our new state-of-the-art Titan Aero refueler. NOC Djibouti has now crossed the 10-year milestone in its journey of investment, community development, and family building in Djibouti. We sincerely appreciate the strong support extended by various government institutions, which has made this journey both memorable and successful. The government of Djibouti, particularly the Ministry of Energy, has stood by us at all times, including during periods of challenge and difficulty. I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude for the unwavering support. I'm confident that this spirit of cooperation and partnership will continue as we move forward together, addressing the future opportunities and challenges. NOC Djibouti has invested in acquisition of this modern state-of-the-art refueler as part of its commitment to upgrading and modernizing its aviation operations. This investment responds to the growing demands of the aviation sector, both in terms of safety and operational standards.
The Director of Hydrocarbons at the Ministry of Energy, Mr. Wahib Bullo, said that first I congratulate the National Oil Company on the acquisitions of the high-tech aircraft fuel tanker truck. I would also like to inform you that the Ministry of Energy is working to raise safety standards across all national oil sectors and through all oil supply chains, including distribution, aviation, and service stations. With regard to aviation, we have carried out numerous inspections and audits to raise health, safety, and environmental standards in this sector. For the international scene, in Mozambique, floods have created a rare and dangerous situation. Crocodiles have been driven into flooded to city. Authorities confirmed that at least 3 people have died as a result of these animals amid unprecedented flooding in the city of Chai in the south of the country. Residents are being urged to exercise extreme caution. Rising water levels in the Limpopo River have allowed crocodiles to reach flooded urban areas while evacuation operations to higher ground continue. These extreme weather events have claimed the lives of more than 100 people in southern Africa, particularly in Mozambique, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. Thousands of homes have been destroyed and infrastructure have been severely damaged. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.